Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Telcoin's price chart. And I think this right in here is what we wanted to see for so long in TL. So, are you ready? Let's dive in and see what is going on. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about Telcoin, we were, right around this area. And the idea was that odds are from this important high to about these areas, we are on our way to complete the subwaves for, you probably know it if you are a regular viewer of the channel, an A, B, C in form of a zigzag structure. And for our subwaves, you know what I'm about to say, 5 down into A, correction for wave B, and maybe another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into our wave C, and also inside of our wave 5, 3, and 1 for our subwaves. We must also be able to find 5 waves on the downside. Now, let's go on the live chart, zoom in more. Okay, so I think this is a 1, 2. We said this is also another 1 and 2 structure to about this point, and odds are in Telcoin. Since I think in the previous video we were around these areas, I was like, well, okay, you know what? We have probably gotten a break of this level, meaning our move down in TL is going to continue in order for us to reach to about the next important region, which is right in here from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. And as you can see, we did continue our move down, and like for a very brief period of time, we actually got under this level. But this doesn't really mean that in this area we broke it. Okay, if you want to say that this level is broken, you need to go on weekly time frame and see a candle close under here, and that would be your initial move on the downside under the level, followed by a pullback and then a continuation of the move down in order to take this important loss. So did we get this in TL or not? Let's zoom in more on weekly chart, and as you can see, we don't even have a candle close under here. In fact, what we do have, I think you can sort of kind of say, is a beautiful hammer right around this important support. So this was definitely a good sign, suggesting hopefully we have hit the bottom. And the moment that in TL we got this phase on the upside, I was like, yeah, you know what, I think we can safely assume that the bottom in Telcoin most likely is up. Now, why do I care about this? Because if I just go on maybe daily time frame, okay, so let's just delete some waves in here. There we go. You see, according to my primary scenario, in Telcoin, we had in here off of the lows. By the way, maybe it's best to ignore this shadow right in here. This doesn't really mean a whole lot. We are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up in form of an expanding leading diagonal, followed by a correction structure on the downside. And our correction, we talked about this subject before, most likely is going to be a WXY in form of a double zigzag. That is actually why right around these areas we were constantly looking for the subwaves of an ABC zigzag in order for us to be able to say, you know what, the bottom is in, because this was actually our second ABC zigzag into our wave by completing this whole correction structure. Now, in Telcoin, like we said it before, I do think we are probably having an ABC on the upside, and well, this can be your first initial 5 wave up into an A leg. There we go, followed by a double zigzag, hopefully to about the recent lows into our wave B. And what's next? You know it, another great move on the upside into our C leg. Now, in terms of the targets, well, if I speak too much, I might be in trouble. So let's just say this. The bare minimum target, in my view, in TL for the next leg up is going to be reaching to about this important level, about, let's say, 1.2 cents. However, in terms of classic technical analysis, meaning supports and resistances, above this high, I really do not believe that we are having like a whole lot of important resistances. So I'm gonna say the next target might actually be around the next decent resistance area, which I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, it was somewhere around 1.8 cents area. Essentially, from the current point, I don't really mind if we end up having something like a 300 to 400% move on the upside. I think it is going to be very much normal. Now, if you want to be an absolute moonboy and you want to be like much more bullish than me, well, I guess, okay, you can say This is going to be 5 up into 1. This is going to be correction for wave 2. And this is going to be like a very, very extended move on the upside into our wave 3, which and we are actually going to take the highest high in here, about 6.5 cents. And then we are going to have a consolidation pattern for our wave 4. And this might very well be your next bear market into 4. And then, you know what, in the next bull run, maybe we are going to have another move up into wave 5. Is this scenario in play? Well, it can be in play, yes. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really want to be an absolute moonboy. So I'm just going to take things step by step and go with the most pessimistic scenario between all the bullish ones, suggesting, yeah, you know what, one way or the other, we are going to have another move up. But in my view, that move might be into the C leg of this potential A, B, C zigzag. So this, my friends, was the main reason for why in these areas in TL, we were looking for a correction structure, particularly in form of an ABC zigzag, in order for us to say, yeah, you know what, the bottom's in, and let's get yet another good move on the upside. Now, why am I right now quite bullish in TL? Because let's go around here. You see, if you want to argue that we have hit our final low, doesn't really matter whether we are on TL's chart or maybe any other chart from any market, again, doesn't really matter. You have to be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. Now, this specific count is called an impulsive movement. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave, our wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And in terms of the sub waves, I think, you know it, we must be able to find 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. There we go. And for our corrections for wave 2 and 4, we can have different scenarios. Let's say, sure, ABC into 4 and, yeah, okay, a WXY into wave 2. Now, let's go on the live chart and see what is going on in this area. So, first things first, what do you have in this initial phase on the upside? I think we can all agree that this is a beautiful looking 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm gonna say to about here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into our wave 5. So the fact that we are able to find 5 wave up of the lowest low is definitely an optimistic sign. Followed by that, now we can safely assume that this is going to be, excuse me, let's just take this one. Let's actually say to about this point and not here, maybe an A, B, C in form of a zigzag, possibly even a WXY in form of a double zigzag. Now, what do you have next? Well, again, I think this is like a very, very clear impulse on the upside. So what are our options in here? Well, one scenario suggests in TL, we are having a series of 1-2s and we are like really, really bullish. This can be 5 up into 1. This can be correction for wave 2. And the next move is actually going to be like a really, really big one up into wave 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. Let's just take the object again. Like 1, 2, massive move into wave 3, 4, 5, and that one is going to be into a larger degree wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. This is essentially our mooning scenario. Now, can we have another count? Yes, and that one is a little bit conservative, and I actually do like this possibility a bit more than the previous one. This one suggests maybe this is 1, this is 2, sure, but instead of maybe having like a massive extension, this point is going to be the end of our wave 3, followed by a correction for 4. And then again, as you can see, the conclusion is sort of kind of the same. We are going to hopefully end up having another good move on the upside into wave 5. Now, here's a very important point. If this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is happening, well, okay, I think it is safe to assume that our wave 3 in this scenario is sort of kind of like a normal move, okay? In other words, it's not really extended, so it doesn't really hurt to expect in the next phase up in Telcoin, which maybe is going to happen in the next week, maybe 2 weeks, I'm not really sure. We get an extension scenario into our wave 5, meaning this is going to be like a really, really big move on the upside. And in this specific phase, we are going to take that important high about, I think it was 1.2 cents. But again, I told you, above that high, I don't really believe that we are having a whole lot of strong resistances until it was around 1.8 cents area. this move, if it's going to be an extension, trust me, can actually get you there. So as you can see in TL, one way or the other, right now, we are looking really, really promising. Now, here's a question. Can we argue in Telcoin, our correction in this specific phase is over already? And even like from the current point, we can have a move on the upside. Well, I honestly do not really care whether we are going to go up from the current point or maybe we are going to consolidate a little bit. What I do care about is actually the shape of our move right in here. In other words, I do think one way or the other, most likely this chart is going to go up. But whether we are going to go up from the current point or maybe spend some time around here, that actually is going to tell me a lot about what is going on in this area about TL. Why is that? You see, let's just zoom in more and let's just do a Fibonacci analysis and see where did we get our bounce back in terms of Fibonacci's. Let's say from the 61.8% region. So this is, I would say, a rather decent correction structure. Is not really as deep as I want it to be, but again, I do think it is a decent correction nonetheless. Now, Elliott waves is telling you whenever you are having a rather decent deep correction for your wave 2, instead for your wave 4, number one, you shouldn't really expect a deep correction. And number two, you should expect some sort of a consolidation pattern that is going to take some time, preferably more than the length of your wave 2 timing wise, and then followed by another good move up into your wave 5. Now, for our wave 2 in here, since this is a decent correction, makes sense to say if the current move is truly for our wave 4, is going to take longer than the length of our wave 2 timing wise. And let's just measure it from here to about this point. As you can see on 30-minute time frame, this move down took us about 330 candlesticks. So if it's going to take longer than our wave 2, well, okay, this means that, yep, for about, let's say, maybe like a week or 10 days, we are going to consolidate in here some more and then get another move on the upside. So here is what I'm trying to tell you. If we end up hanging around this area for quite a bit longer and then we get another move up, at that point, yep, count on this move to be a correction structure indeed into our wave 4. However, if we end up having from the current point like another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, okay, at that point the story is going to be a little bit different, since this didn't really take us that long. I'm gonna say, yeah, you know what, maybe we should actually consider the mooning scenario and say this is 1, this is 2, and then into wave 3, 4, 5, which on a higher degree, you know it, is going to be into this wave 3 correction for another move up into wave 5. For now, I don't really think that I should be talking about the mooning phase scenario with a lot of confidence, but I do think that I should talk about it, so in case it happens, you're not really going to be surprised at all. Should that be our base case though? I don't really think so. I think we should just manage our expectations and just take every single thing step by step, and in the short term, in an ideal scenario, what we want to see is a consolidation above this very important level. Basically, I don't really mind if I see maybe something like this. We hang around this area and then get a 1, get a 2, and right in here, even if you are a trader, can be a decent opportunity in hope that we end up having a rather good move up into our wave 3, 4, 5. Bottom line, I think this might very well be what we have been waiting for in Telcoin for quite some time, and hopefully we are going to have yet another massive move up into our wave 5, which in it we are going to take the highs around 1.2 cents area and go possibly and hopefully quite a bit higher than that. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Telcoin's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.